because the fall and the curse that came because of the fall wasn't just a human issue, it was a cosmic issue. It was a creational issue. And the New Testament makes it very clear that God's intent was the reconciling, cleansing, renewing, gathering back to himself, and perfecting, consummating of the entire creation. And of course, the Old Testament spoke in that way too, particularly the prophet Isaiah with his promise of cosmic renewal, creational renewal. So when we talk about incarnation, we're talking about this is how God was fulfilling all of what he promised. And therefore, the goal of incarnation was ultimately the kingdom of God, but understood as this cosmic renewal, this creation-wide kingdom, the renewing of the creation, if you will, as we put it, a new creational kingdom. That's what really incarnation is about. And the gospel writers understand that. So when they have Jesus announcing the kingdom, it's that they have in mind. It's not some future Israelite millennial kingdom or whatever that may happen to be. But
To keep building on that, in what ways did Jesus manifest and inaugurate the kingdom of God through his person, words, and works? And why was this kingdom fundamentally different than every other earthly kingdom that had come before it?
in terms of this issue of inauguration, and again, we would argue, because the New Testament argues, that the incarnation itself was, in a substantial way, the inaugurating of the kingdom of God. So the very reality of incarnation shows that God has inaugurated in a initial way, in a beginning way, this kingdom that he was promising. How, again, if the kingdom of God that Jesus is announcing was the inaugurating of the kingdom that God had been promising through Israel's history, revealed and explained and dealt with through Israel's scriptures, Israel's prophets. That kingdom, as we said, was to be a kingdom in which God would become Lord over all the earth